All right, everybody, welcome to Mermaids Ari's Live. Oh my gosh, where we talk to Trump supporters and try to figure out why, after two American citizens have been shot and killed by Border Patrol agents, why you would still support that person. Okay, I hope that was a good intro, everybody. Please forgive me. I'm still trying to get everything up and running. Activate. Oh, I'm a little bit late on this. Oh, I didn't change that. Go live. Yes, 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 yes. Mm. Oh, interesting. Oh, I forgot I gotta change that. Delete. You are first. Sorry, that was to TikTok, who can't hear me yet. Now, there we are. You are first, Matt, and the first person to see me not have my settings all the way correct. So there's that. Hello. I don't know how I have the patience. Actually, I kind of question that a lot anymore is how do I have the patience for this? You tried, Manny. I'll take it. You tried. Second is good. Second is good. I think second's is a decent way to go. Did I? I did get it started. Okay. Perfect. Hello, everybody in trying times. We are here, we are going, we are doing all of the things. Hopefully, okay, so yesterday on the clock app, we had issues with the sound. Do we sound garbled at all? I don't think we do, but I want to make sure we don't sound garbled today. Did he actually get fired? Okay. He might have actually been fired from what I'm seeing, Char. No? All right, so this is gonna be a hard ask today and this week is to light up this gift gallery, which has more gifts to light up because I moved up. I moved up in life on my you're talking about the sound. I got you, Crystal. It took me a moment, but you're talking about the sound. But yeah, I gotta now light up a different gift gallery. It's gonna be a little bit more difficult. Thanks, guys, for confirming that I sound good. You did. Okay, perfect. I'll take a peek. I don't know where any of my stuff is at because moving around computers, technology stuff. Greg Buffino loses his job. Hey, Chris. WU for the Seahawks. I'm glad to know I sound clear, guys. Last night we had an issue, so good to know. But the clock app has been having a ton of issues. Yes. Good job for the Patriots. The win kind of got handed to you, so backup quarterback and all that. They were lucky to get the one touchdown that they did. So there's that. I don't know ball, okay? I don't know enough about football. I know enough to get me by. I only know enough to get me by. So, thank you, Manny. I appreciate that. Manny starting it off with the whale diving. Thank you. I don't even know what's on this gallery. That's the problem. El Certillo. Yeah. I mean, I'm good for it. I mean, I'm good with it, not for it. I'm good with it. If he's literally like getting kicked out, uh, hmm? No, sorry, and you should know this, Matt. They have not had the best defense in the league. Like, pretty sure that was the Texans, followed by the Chargers. So, not true. Not true, Matt. Don't you be lying. Don't make me play weird sound bites that I can't play. Um, was okay. I don't get it. Hello? I believe it, Chris. I believe it. Hi, everybody. Uh, it's Monday. Everybody should have gone back to work, and I think that's fantastic. Maybe if you enjoy work. You prefer ice hockey? Aw, thanks, Marina. Especially considering my hair is just brown. Have you guys seen the memes of the fact that Usha Vance is pregnant? Like, I mean, good for her, but we all know, we all know she had to dress up like the couch in order for it to happen. So, I mean, more power to her, I guess. More power to her, I guess. I don't know. No, I didn't get any snow. That's probably a good bet, Kels. I'm gonna say that now. It's probably a good bet. Yeah, dressing up like that's how Usha got it's how the seed filled her womb. Whatever bullshit shit. You gotta say. No, I won't go that far, Matt. I won't go that far. I will not go that far. The couch is fine. The couch is fine. I will not go that far. Oh, thanks, Joker. I appreciate that. We'll open up these phone lines in just a minute. TikTokers, keep sharing the live, booping the screen, and doing all the good things. I do want to let you guys, friendly reminder, TikTok is semi-broken. So, I don't know what it's doing, what it's not doing. So, do everything that you can, because it's semi-broken. This purchase... Hey, Ravi, I saw you sent me a message literally right before I went on live, so I will check it when I get off live. So I will check that out, Ravi, so thank you. Oh, man. Yeah, TikTok be doing things. Guys, make sure you check your settings on your phone on the clock for the clock app because, yeah, TikTok be doing some things. But all right, hopefully we don't have anybody weird calling in today and saying stupid stuff unlike last night, but we'll find out. We shall find out. I got you, Rav. I mean, kind of am Joker. That's the goal. We're trying to do a joint one. So there is that. That is the goal. Thank you for your attention to this matter. That's so hilarious. Department of Homeland Security suspended Bovino's access to his social media accounts effective immediately. That's hilarious. I am loving this. I am loving this. Yeah, no, Joker, I'm working on it. We haven't set up the thing yet. Scored a home run to a touchdown. Did he football right? Yes, you did football right. You did the football right. The football was done right. Home run to a touchdown. Ba-dum. I like that, actually. If that's not the best way to be wrong about football, I don't want to be right. I'm just going to say it that way. If that is not the best way to be wrong about football, I don't want to be right. I think that's fair. There we go. All right. Okay. Can't say many good things about conservatives, but I can't say a single good thing about MAGA. That's funny. Thank you, Ravi. Thank you for lighting up the gift gallery. Thank you. Oh, why do you guys assume everything is this was a drawn thing? Moose, I wish so we actually had this conversation last night, right? Where like he projects his voice. I also am very good with voice projection. It just isn't heard upstairs on his live, which does kind of suck. Yeah, Ramon, again, the clock app is broken. So there is that. There is that. Okay. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah.
Awesome. How old are you?
45.
45. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yeah.
What specifically has Donald Trump achieved in his first year back in office that has earned your continued support?
Yeah. Trump. So my whole life, nobody really did anything, and I was resigned to the fact that nothing would change, and I've never seen more done in my life. So he
like
closed the
what
border.
specifically?
Yeah, he closed the border. Never thought he would do that. Basically,
Oh.
0 people even tried to get in.
Basically.
Doing deportations. And all the other people
doing
like,
deportations, everything that every president has done.
No,
cool.
they did it different. Their deportations were different. Theirs was like when they tried to enter, they considered that a deportation. That's not a deportation. Once they're in, that's a deportation.
No, removals are considered a deportation. Apprehensions. Sorry, sir. That's literally how they've always counted it. I don't know if you realize this.
Yeah, they can count it that way.
Yeah, including this administration also counts it that way, Pookie.
No, but there's okay, they count it that way, but there's 0 people.
There's 0? Where can I find evidence that are like statistical data that shows that there are 0 people trying to cross the southwest border?
The video images under Biden alone were outrageous.
Is that the question that I asked? Can you restate the question back to me that I asked you?
So there were images of.
Can you restate the question back that I asked you?
Trying to get in,
sir.
Well, you tell me. Why do you tell me? You're not an idiot, right? So you know. So don't play semantics.
I'm so sorry. I asked you a very pointed question. I asked, where can I find statistical evidence that there are 0 people attempting to cross the border? And you went but Biden, which isn't an answer to the question. It's a very direct question.
This is the libs playbook. Like, show me statistical evidence. Show me a study. Well, now show me a study by a scholar.
Are you allergic to data?
Me a peer-reviewed study. There's images.
Are you allergic to data?
You don't believe your eyes? So when
are you allergic to data? Is data a bad thing now?
To data. No, data's great.
Is data? Okay, so data's great. So can you show me or point me to the direction where I would need to go to see the statistical data?
Yeah, nobody's trying to enter.
Where can I find that statistical data?
Well, the data says that he's deported.
Where?
A little under 1 million, and then I think maybe 1 million.
Where can I find this statistical data?
Oh, it's on the government websites. But honestly, who cares?
Which government website? There's plenty.
Oh my God. So that's one. That's number one.
That's awesome. That's just number one. Can you just give me the statistical data?
So I gotta go look it up real time on this conversation.
You don't already know it? Is this a trustmebro.com resource?
Is this like your gotcha moment?
No, I'm just trying to find the statistical data that shows 0 entries. That's not a news, media, or press release because a news, media, or press release is not statistical data. Going but Biden is actually just a sad attempt to deflect the conversation instead of actually answering or just saying, sorry, I don't have the data. Maybe I shouldn't make this point.
Oh, this point is solid. This is one of the most solid points.
I want the statistical data about the 0 entries. Are you able to provide that?
How about you? Why don't you provide? You're the expert.
Sorry, did I make this claim or did you? Well, is this your point or mine?
It's so obvious. Yeah, it's my
This
point.
is your point.
Your
Fantastic.
Point is that,
so I don't know if you are aware of how this works. Like if you were to be in court, and by the way, I'm not claiming to be an attorney, but if you were to be in a court right now, you would be the one responsible for providing that data. So if you are making a claim that there's this data that shows that we've had 0 attempts of entries at the southwest border, then you would be the one responsible for proving that.
It's not
you. The burden of proof is on you for making a positive claim.
Okay, it's not 0, it's practically 0.
Practically 0. So again, where can I find this statistical data?
Oh, he let in about 10 to 20 million. Nobody really.
Where can I find this statistical data?
10 to 20 million under Biden.
Where can I find this statistical data?
Trump gets in, nobody even tries anymore.
Where can I find the statistical data? Where's the data? Where can I find this statistical data?
Use your eyeballs.
No, sorry, you've already agreed that statistical data is not a bad thing. So where can I find the statistical data?
So this is the hill you're going to die on. Statistical
that
data.
I want data. Yes, I would like you to prove it to me. If I'm wrong about something, I want to know. So yeah, prove it. Prove your point.
How about this? Do I have statistical data of Somalians stealing billions? No, but when there's 20.
Okay, so then it's not a true point. Got it. That's all you're doing. You're just proving the fact that when you don't have any statistical data, that it's not a real thing. So let's try this one more time. Can you provide me with the statistical data that shows that there was practically 0 entries at the southwest border, or that there was 10 to 20 million individuals, quote, let in under Joe Biden? I would assume it's going to be the same resource. So can you provide that statistical data that's not a news, media, or press release?
So when there's 20 Somalian offices next door to each other.
I'm sorry. No, I'm so sorry. We're not moving to a new point. Sir, we're not moving to a new point. I want you to tell me where to go to find the statistical data for the positive claims that you are making.
So I got to look it up right now?
I would assume you should have already known. And if you don't, perhaps you should say, sorry, I don't have it. I shouldn't have made the claim.
Oh, no, I'll make the claim. I don't have
Okay, then yes, go find it.
So you want me to go find it?
Yes, it should be easy. You have a supercomputer on your phone. It's literally in your hands right now. And the best part is because you're not on the clock app, it doesn't time you out. It doesn't make you go silent when I'm not on the screen. Phone calls don't work like that. So...
Well, I guess we could use AI.
No, AI is not a source.
AI is smarter than you.
AI told me that October 5th was a Saturday when it was a Sunday for October 5th of 2025, sir. I think that I'm smarter than AI if I can tell that the 4th was Saturday last October and not Friday.
So I guess there was 117,000 tried to enter. They're all turned away.
Okay, where is this at?
94% drop.
Again, how about you? I'll give you a hint. So what you do is you click on that little paperclip icon. So I know because you're on ChatGPT or maybe Grok or AI Overview, you click on that little paperclip icon. And then where is it pulling that information from?
Okay, under the libs, under the lib, I got C. They say Customs and Border Protection.
And what's the title? CBP.gov. What's the title? What is the title?
11 million under the lib.
What is the title of? I'm so sorry. What is the title of the source? You got CBP.gov. What is the title of the source?
117,000 under Trump to all turned away. 11 million or more under the lib, all let in. So why? Let me ask
so I'm going to type this in here that under CBP.gov, it's 117,000 under Trump turned away, and this is going to pull it up, right?
And under
interesting. It doesn't. Isn't this fun? And I even typed in CBP.gov, and this is what I get, right? Wow, this isn't even a thing. Okay, so Facebook, whatever SoLeader.com is, MSN, CBS, none of this is even going to what you're saying. So maybe I need to type it out like this. We'll do the zeros. Let's try that. Nope, just NBC News, not CBP.gov, where it's talking about people self-deporting. Again, Facebook, Peterson Institute 2024, so that's not accurate. January 14th, 2025, so that's outdated. March 16th, 2021, VOA. Wow, that's not, somebody's representative website. 2021, again, 2024. Like, I don't have anything from CBP.gov that says 117,000 immigrants were turned away under Trump. So are you able to provide me an actual source?
And I do have a question.
I would like your source. 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 Where is the source?
Why do you ask? Why are you giving?
I like statistical data. I like numbers. Numbers are my fascination point. So show me the numbers.
Okay, how about this? Why would you?
How about that? I'm so sorry. Is it that difficult to prove your own point? Apparently it is. Like, just show it to me. It doesn't even make sense. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes, ma'am. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing well. How old are you?
I'm 43.
43. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
I am, but I am also like I don't want this to turn into an argument or listen. I don't know what that last guy's issue was, but I don't want to be little people, if that makes sense to you.
Little people?
Belittle people.
Oh, belittle. I mean, all I did was ask for sources.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. So I do have a source here.
Well, I would like to ask you a question.
Sure.
What specifically has Donald Trump achieved in his first year back in office that has earned your continued support?
So he didn't articulate his argument very well, but I do have a couple of sources for you on that to answer your question.
Sorry. Can you answer the question I just asked you?
Can I finish? I'm getting to that. I promise I'm getting to it.
Can you just answer the question that I just asked you?
I'm going to, but let me get to it.
Here, I'm going to help you out with something. Guys, I just want to make everybody know, right? Okay. When I answer a new phone call, I want to start the conversation fresh, as if I wasn't just as if this is the first time I ever talked to you. You are the very first caller of the show. And this is the first show that I've ever done.
Well, this is the first time you ever talked to me.
Cool. And you're the first caller of the show. I want to treat you like that. So now can you answer the question on what specifically has Donald Trump achieved in his first year back in office that has earned your continued support?
Well, before you cut me off, I was going to say he has begun. In fact, I did begin to say he has begun to secure the border.
No, you just started to talk about a source for the last guy. You were like, the last guy couldn't articulate himself very well, and I have a source for his claim. And that's not the question that I had asked you.
Ma'am, that's not what I said at all. I didn't say I have a source for his claim. I said I happen to have sources here. I did not say that. So if you're going to repeat me, if you're going to quote me, make sure you quote me in context and correctly. So
sure, guys, if you're on the portrait screen, that was probably at like let's see, we're at 2 minutes and 22 seconds. That was probably at 23 minutes and 5 seconds in the live. So just like
here's the answer to your question. Here's the answer to your question.
What question?
Here's the answer to your question.
Which question?
Here's the answer to your question. He's begun to secure the border. And my
also, can you make it sound less? Hey, hi.
Yes.
Can you make it sound less like you're eating your microphone? Because you're super loud.
Well, I'm sorry. I have my wife is being alive right now, and I have my earphones in, so as not to disturb her. I have a family as well.
Oh, so wait, you would talk even louder because your wife is nearby? That doesn't make sense.
My wife is in the room. I am in the living room.
So you would need to talk louder?
You continue to belittle. It's cool.
This isn't belittling you. I'm just I do have my source here.
If we want to get
okay. All right. It's not belittling you to say that you are talking so loudly and that I needed you to stop talking so loudly, because it's coming through the microphone extremely garbled. That is not me belittling you. That's asking you to maybe just tone it down a notch or something so you're not coming through garbled and I can understand the words that you are saying, because previously it sounded like, I don't know, like it was not a great sound in my ears.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize for that. Is this better?
Yes, it is.
Okay. And by the way, my name is David.
Okay, David.
My source for my claim that Donald Trump has begun to secure the border would be a couple. First, I would go to the www.bbc.com. Illegal U.S.-Mexico border crossings hit lowest level in over 50 years.
Yeah, claimed by the Department of Homeland Security.
I'm sorry?
I think you're missing the part where they say DHS states.
Well, it says in the fiscal year 2025, which spanned 4 months of former President Biden's administration,
sorry, what was the name of the title again?
Border Patrol agents stopped 238,000 migrants crossing the southern border
illegally. What was the name of the title of it?
The Department of Homeland Security figures suggest Donald.
Yes, he did.
Each month.
And he's still going. I just want the name of the title. What is the name of the title of the BBC article again?
Illegal U.S.-Mexico border crossings hit lowest level in over 50 years, and I'm looking at it right now. So
okay, I'm pulling it up. You can wait. Reach lowest level in how many years?
50 years.
50 years.
I'm sorry, in over 50 years. Make sure you put that in there.
It pulled it up just fine. Let's see. Silly little paywall. Give me a second.
It shouldn't give you a paywall. Mine didn't. But
yeah,
it might be
just because it didn't do it to you, it doesn't mean it doesn't do it to anybody else.
Ma'am, I wasn't trying to be a jerk there. I was just saying it shouldn't. I was just saying maybe there's an issue there. That's all. You don't have to try to make people look or feel stupid.
How is that making anybody look or feel stupid just to say, just because it didn't do it to you means that it might not, like, that it means that it wouldn't do it to somebody else? Like, how is that belittling or being rude to somebody to just make a statement?
You know what? You're right. I'm sorry. I digress. You were the nicest person I've ever met, bar none.
Oh, okay. Because it sounds like I hurt your little princess feelings at this point.
I'm sure you did.
Yeah, it certainly sounds like that.
More than my 4 kids ever could in my life.
Yeah, I mean, you just keep crying about it.
I know. I'm sorry.
Oh, here, I love this one. U.S. Border Patrol agents stopped 238,000 migrants crossing southern border illegally. The Department of Homeland Security suggests.
Figures suggest.
Yeah, they suggest.
During Trump, now let's finish it. During Donald Trump's first 8 months in office, there have been fewer than 9,000 illegal crossings recorded each month. CBS, which
CBS
is a
reported.
News source, I believe.
Yeah, no. Here's actually, I love this. Here, I gotta ask you one more question. Nope. I want to ask you a question. Okay. I truly don't care about CBS, to be clear. Cool. What is the difference between a primary, secondary, and a tertiary source?
The primary is the main source. The secondary is the second source, and I'm going to assume, because I've never used the term tertiary, it would be the third source.
This is a tertiary source.
Okay. So if you don't like that source, then let's go to the U.S. Customs and Border Patrol, which also says that, once again, border crossings once again at a record low in November 2025.
And is it, what's the title? What is the title? You should know how this works already.
The title. Were you not listening?
Then perhaps slow down.
Border crossings once again at record low in November 2025. So this is just a couple months ago. So you can't say it's really old.
And I bet anything that this is going to be a media news release, which is not statistical data. And wow, it actually says national media release right up at the top. Can you tell me where on CBP, ICE, or DHS.gov we keep track of crossings?
I did not. I'll be honest. I did not look that up. I was looking up. You said, what is Donald Trump? Your question to me was, what does Donald Trump do to continue to earn my support? My answer to you is, he has begun to secure the border, which I believe has been proven.
It hasn't been proven. That's the whole thing. You don't have to
agree with it, but it is.
So, and see, listen, I scrolled this entire thing. There is not a singular hyperlink that takes me to any statistical data that talks about the actual crossings that have been stopped, right? Because I have news for you. Maybe actually no, it's not probably not for you.
Read about in the very first article I gave you on the BBC. Those
news. Okay, let's try this again. We're going to try this again.
Are you talking about that?
We are going to try this again. Perhaps you understand this, okay? And thank you, Colleen. I saw yours from yesterday as well. Perhaps you understand this. The BBC was quoting CBS, and both of them are tertiary sources, which means they are at least 3 away from their primary source, right? And the primary source that they're quoting is a media press release, which is just the Department of Homeland Security saying what they think everybody wants to hear. Like, legitimately, the Department of Homeland Security can make a media release tomorrow declaring that the sky is purple. And technically, they'd be correct because purple is a shade of blue. But that doesn't make it true. That's why I make it very clear. Like, and if you were listening to the first caller, since you wanted to just hang up on this like so hard, right? You would have heard me tell the first caller that's not a news, media, or a press release, because that's not statistical data. That's just them telling you whatever words they want to say.
Okay, so how about USA Facts? Would that work for you?
No, that is not a primary source.
So what would be your primary source?
Your primary source would be CBP. I've literally, for crossings, right? That's not a news, media, or press release on the Department of Homeland Security.gov, ICE.gov, or CBP.gov.
Okay. So if I pull that up right now and read it to you, and it says,
crossings. That's not a news, media, or press release. That gives me statistical data on crossings, as is your claim. Crossings. That is not a news, media, or press release.
Ma'am,
I've set the standards. I don't know how much clearer. Okay. DHS, ICE, CBP.gov, Southwest Border Crossings. That is not a news, media, or press release.
And here's my thing, like I keep trying to go back to, if I pull that up and it shows the numbers show, the numbers show that the Border Patrol crossings are down.
So pull it.
Are you willing to then say, you know what, you're right?
Yeah, crossings. Yeah, try to find me crossings. Go find it.
And you said it can't be a news release, right?
Cannot be a news, media, or press release. I have to say all three because I've had very disingenuous people.
Everything I pull up, the very top of it says news or media. So all you're going to do is hand me on it.
Correct.
So I'll be real with you there. That's all I see.
Yeah. Because here's why. We do not keep track of crossings.
Right. So you're saying that we don't keep the statistical data of crossings. So really
we do not. Yeah. So we don't know how many people were legally allowed into the country, right? That came in on visas, asylum claims, parolee claims, refugee claims, fiance visas, travel visas, all of these things. We don't keep track of that, right? Similarly enough, that we have no statistical data that keeps track of illegal border crossings, because that is an unquantifiable number, because if they are seen, then that is a recognizable number. But we don't see the individuals that cross through non-ports of entries.
Right. So, okay, here's the thing then. Then it does turn into a trust what your eyes see.
Oh, and sorry, no, I like statistical data. So again, that just tells me that the Department of Homeland Security is trying to lie to our faces, because they have no way to know it. Because again, if people are seen, then they're not just like randomly through here. Like I truly don't understand this stuff. Like,
so here's my thing. You say you like data points, but then you ask people to pull up data points that you know that aren't there because
I guess here's my we don't keep track of the data points.
Then you can't make an argument on it, then, ma'am. If you
I absolutely can. The point is that we don't keep track of it. Holy shit!
It really does then turn into you gotta trust your eyes.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. It truly does not. It truly does not. It truly does not.
Upset about it. You don't have to like it. But the fact of the matter is, border patrol crossings are down.
Mm-hmm. So did you trust your eyes when you watched CB Border Patrol kill people in Minneapolis, Minnesota unlawfully?
Oh, I did trust my eyes. And
and I just want to be clear. You're still... No. Pause for a second.
With a vehicle, that vehicle can be considered a deadly weapon, and
was I just talking about that one? Is there only been one instance? Is there only been one instance of people killing? I'm so sorry.
Law enforcement officers
okay.
doing their duty and what they're pulling order to. You can't do that, man. That's not how it works.
Cool. So was that, since you want to talk about pause, I promise I can be louder than you no matter what. Okay. Well, if you just want to cry or just whine, it's cool. Dun, 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 dun. Hi, cats. Oh, mercy. Yeah. I know, Yami. They don't know. It's a true thing. Yeah. Oh, holy shit. Thank you so much, Kat. Thank you so much, Kat, for that. Holy shit. Can we get some huge W's for Kat in the chat? Thank you so much, Kat, for the lion. That's the first lion I have ever received, so thank you, Kat. He's still going. Right now, he's talking about God. So, hey, quick question. You brought up God. What does God say about sojourners and how to treat the least among you?
He does say that, but he
No,
also called the Israelites
I
to
didn't.
destroy
Nope. He also
called the Israelites to destroy those who
you're
came in
not
among.
answering. You're not answering. So to be clear, I asked a very direct question, and instead of actually telling me, I asked him very specifically, what does God say about sojourners? And he's like, well, it does say that. No, I didn't ask you. To be clear, I asked you to tell me what it says, what the Bible says about immigrants and sojourners, not for you to say, it does say that, but you know X, Y, and Z. I asked you to tell me what it says, not to then try to divert the conversation because you know what it is about.
Hold on,
you are. I'm sorry. If you're not answering a direct question, that was a direct question. And by the way, you haven't let me ask a single question, because if we want to go back to Renee Nicole Good, I have one first question for you, and then I have follow-ups. Was it a one-way or a two-way street?
Ma'am, you've been one way the entire time. I'm just returning.
You're stupid. I'm sorry. Like, what the fuck? I'm sorry. Like, you've been one way this entire time. That wasn't an answer to my question. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes, I am.
Awesome. How old are you?
I'm 36.
36. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
I'm not sure. I'm keen to get your perspective on a few things. I might be supportive of him, but I think we could have a good conversation.
Okay. That doesn't necessarily go along with how I run this. So my next question is typically, what specifically has Donald Trump achieved in his first year back in office that has earned your continued support? And if you're not really still supporting him, that doesn't really, you wouldn't be able to have an answer to that.
Well, it's nuanced like all things. But you asked the question, what's one thing I like that he did?
That's not what I asked.
Okay, what did you ask? Go ahead.
I said, what specifically?
It's clearly a one-sided show, but go ahead.
No, sir, like this is, sorry, if you're new here, that I ask everybody the same question, Saturday being the only exception because Saturday was interesting events. So no, I ask everybody the same question. What specifically has Donald Trump achieved in his first year back in office to earn your continued support?
Okay, here you go. The one big, beautiful bill.
Okay, that stripped millions of American citizens off their health care effective October 1st, 2026. That changed the qualifications for SNAP. So now apparently 15 to 18-year-olds aren't necessarily considered children when it comes to the SNAP system anymore. So for individuals that happen to be, I don't know, stay-at-home moms or only be able to work part-time because of all the activities that their kids have to go on.
Support Trump, or is this I'm just going to yell at you and yell off a bunch of facts with no citations and no evidence, just say a bunch of things. Is that what this is?
Sorry, HR1, Congress.gov.
Right now. I mean,
HR1, Congress.gov, also reported on by the CBO. The CFRB also reported on the estimates of how many millions of American citizens.
Pull them up on the screen so the audience can look at it.
Yeah, so we'll pull up the SNAP thing on HR1 real quick. It's really easy to go.
So I'm just taking you at your word. But you're clearly not, and I want your audience to see this. You're not interested in having a discussion, are you?
Sir, you already said that you're not sure that you're supporting Donald Trump. Would you like here? You know what? Actually, let me play with this for a second.
I'm more than happy to be proven wrong.
Let me play this with you for a second. Okay, well, pause for a second. You said you were on the fence. Okay, nobody's here for your monologues. Okay. Cool. You said that you were on the fence. Here's my point, right? Here's why I don't support Donald Trump. Okay, maybe this will help you.
We know you don't support Donald Trump. It's because you have feelings and stuff about him.
Oh, okay. I have feelings about him personally. No, what I have feelings about is about the President of the United States violating articles and amendments of the United States Constitution, specifically Article 1, 2, 3, 6, 7. Amendments, I literally just read them out. I'm sorry, you're not listening. Amendments 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 14th, and the 16th Amendments of the United States Constitution. He's trying to violate, he's joked about violating the 12th and the 25th Amendments, but he actively has, he actively violated the 12th Amendment on January 6, 2021. That was a violation of the 12th Amendment of the United States Constitution. I also don't, cry harder, Pookie Pie. Am I hurting your princess feelings? Am I hurting your princess feelings?
Not really, but
okay. Well, it sounds like you are. Would you like some cheese with your wine?
Yeah.
That's just what it is. Got it. You just need some cheese with your wine. This isn't a debate. It doesn't say any debate anywhere on here. It says commentary. I know that you can't know that word because it must be a very big word for your vocabulary, and so you don't know it. I also don't support a president that actively condones the action of ICE and Border Patrol agents killing 2 United States American citizens in cold fucking blood in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Yeah, you think you're going to talk over me, Pookie Pie. That's not how this works.
Look, your audience lady, you're not helping yourself. Anyone who watches this live stream...
now he's just going to whine. It's okay. So let's be very clear, right? So
let's talk about
Donald Trump is actively condoning the actions of ICE and Border Patrol and the unlawful, unjust killing of Renee Nicole Good and for Alex Preddy. Kristi Noem and J.D. Vance, Greg Bovino, both called Alex Preddy domestic terrorists. They did the same thing for Renee Nicole Good. Donald Trump called the woman that screamed as a reaction to 3 shots being fired as a paid agitator. And that's okay with individuals that have no morality or soul or even any humanity left in their fucking being, like this son of a bitch that thinks he's got a gotcha, and really you're just a misogynistic little pig. Because you came up here thinking that you were going to run a fucking show over a woman, and you thought what? That you just wanted to say I was getting in my feelings? No, Pookie Pie. You're the one that's up here whining. You're literally crying on my show right now because I hurt your little princess feelings. Because I was talking, and God forbid a woman continue to talk, making her own point. Yeah, God forbid I utilize my voice that's actually allowed within the First Amendment of the United States Constitution. Article 1, I'm sure you don't know this, but I'm going to break this down for you. Article 1 breaks down the congressional powers in the United States of America, also known as the legislative branch of government, right? Article 2 is about the president or the governor, depending on the level. That's the executive branch of government. Article 3 talks about the judges, the judicial branch of government. So how is Donald Trump violating Article 1 of the United States Constitution? Fantastic. I'm glad you didn't ask, right? So he's violating Article 1 of the United States Constitution by his actions, by stretching the line of what he can do with military war powers, by not telling Congress about the acts that he wants to do prior to him doing it, as is actually required by law. He's overstepping the bounds, and by him doing that, by the way, by violating Article 1, you're violating Article 2 automatically, right? And then with Article 3, when we're talking about judicial orders, right? Donald Trump and his administration have actively violated multiple judicial orders just cause. Like literally J.D. Vance went out on national television and said that they didn't need to follow judicial orders. They didn't think that judicial orders could run or overstep the presidency of the United States of America. When asked on national television if Donald Trump thought that he needed to follow judicial orders, what did he say? He said, I would have to talk to my attorney. I don't know, right? And that's why when we go all the way to Article 6 of the United States Constitution, which is the oath of office, right? Within their oath of office, they are swearing to honor and uphold all the other articles that they're already talking about, and to swear and honor and uphold and not violate the United States Constitution. And within Article 6, you have to honor and respect the 3 co-equal branches of government, right? And then we can go for the First Amendment of the United States Constitution, where he's actively trying to shut down peaceful protesting throughout the United States of America, right? He was crying about the No Kings protests consistently. He literally sent ICE officers, Border Patrol, into California to disrupt an active, peaceful protest, right? And to disrupt fucking Gavin Newsom giving a speech. They sat outside of there waiting for a disruption to occur, right? And then he thinks that it's okay for ICE and Border Patrol to unlawfully kill United States citizens in Minneapolis, Minnesota, dead in the fucking streets. That would be a violation of your First Amendment rights. We have fucking Kash Patel putting out, the FBI, right? The head of the FBI putting out there that you shouldn't carry a gun, your Second Amendment rights, to a peaceful protest, which the NRA, the National Rifle Association, actually put out a statement saying, fuck you, not in those terms, but saying, fuck you, Kash Patel, that's not right. They called out the Trump administration for saying that you shouldn't carry a gun to a peaceful protest. Hello, Kyle Rittenhouse, who was literally made the face of peaceful protesting and carrying a fucking gun to a peaceful protest, and then was acquitted later.
Hey, fam.
Finish with you. He asked me if I was finished, so yeah, done with him. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Hi, yes.
Awesome. How old are you?
42.
42. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yes. Definitely.
What specifically has Donald Trump achieved in his first year back in office that has earned your continued support?
Well, my support goes a little further back than that, but he put an end to 8 wars.
What wars did he end?
What wars did he end?
Yes, sir.
He ended the one in Pakistan, India.
How did he end the war between Pakistan and India?
Before I get into all that, let me finish. CPI is good. Inflation is the lowest it's been in since before COVID.
Oh, it is? Oh, wait, this would be news to, I think, everybody. CPI is the lowest it's been since before COVID. What is the current? No. Pause. We're going to pause. Nope. We're pausing. We're pausing. We're pausing. We're pausing. Statistical data is my fun. Like, that's my fun zone. Statistical data is my fun zone. Oh. Okay. So let's try this again. What's the current CPI?
You didn't say anything about.
What is the current CPI?
You didn't say anything about Obama.
Oh my goodness. What is the current CPI rate?
He sent 500 bombs.
Okay, get it out, Pookie, since you're not going to answer any questions. Yeah. Yeah, so I just want to be clear. You made a claim. You made quite a few claims, right? Donald Trump ended 8 wars. You got out Pakistan and India. I wanted you to tell me how he ended the war, but you weren't able to effectuate that. You made a claim saying that CPI is the lowest it's been since before C-19. You weren't able to answer that, and then you just wanted to cry about Obama. That was weird. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Hello?
Hunter, I'm freaky.
Okay. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Thank you for calling the stream.
Nigger.
Okay. I'm glad the kid had to whisper that, I guess. Like, I don't know. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Thank you for calling the stream.
Yo, it's Hunter. What?
You're a kid. Thank you for calling the stream. Oh, no, you were the one that slurred. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
How old are you?
21.
21. Okay. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What specifically has Donald Trump achieved in his first year back in office that has earned your continued support?
Just a second. Done. In his first term?
No, his
Or
first year
since he's
back
been
in
back?
office.
Okay, what has Donald Trump done?
Achieved. Yeah.
What has Donald Trump achieved? Achieved in his first year back.
Are you chat GPTing this?
Yes, ma'am. Is that okay? I don't know
Do you have
information.
no thoughts of your own for why you would still support him, like specifically what he's
don't
achieved?
look into it like that, but I do support him, and I want to.
Okay, then I'm not interested. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Dirty nigger.
That's interesting. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Awesome. How old are you?
I am 30.
30. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yes.
What specifically has Donald Trump achieved in his first year back in office that has earned your continued support? Also, TikTok, can we tap the screen up to 100,000? I appreciate
not
you.
much. If I'm being honest with you, I'm just kind of supporting him because he's just not a Democrat.
Oh, so you're just a contrarian?
I wouldn't say contrarian.
No, that actually would be. You just are supporting because he's in the opposition.
I guess you know what? Support would probably be the wrong word.
All right. Well, just have a good one then. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes, I would like to ask a question. I'm actually
How old are you?
watching the stream right now. Are we live at the moment?
How old are you?
I'm 49 years old, and my dad was a Vietnam veteran.
Yeah. Can you turn down the stream in the background?
I've got the stream going, so let me.
I know. I can hear it, and I don't want to hear my own voice. If I wanted to hear my own voice, I'd just watch my own videos back, and I don't do that.
Okay, well, that's fine. I'm sorry. I just run across your video, and undoubtedly, you're not a Trump supporter, and I am. And the question I always like to ask people, what has Trump did that's so bad that's hurting our country?
Sure. Violating articles and amendments of the United States Constitution, which is the backbone of our country. I think that would be a reason for anybody to no longer support him, but apparently it's not.
Okay, well, which ones did he violate?
Yeah, do you know what the first 3 articles of the Constitution do?
Yeah.
What do they do?
It's like this. I see the man, there's a lot of other people out there I feel like that's violating our personal rights, and
that's not what the first 3 articles of the United States Constitution do.
And while I don't personally agree with everything he does, I haven't agreed with everything any other president has done either.
All right. Well, that's not the question, sir. Guys, and I want to make this clear to everybody in all of the lives and chats and everything. If you guys don't know the answer to a question, please just respond with "I don't know." It actually just is the better thing to do. So we'll try this again. Do you know what the first 3 articles of the United States Constitution do or outline?
I forgot, so please remind me.
Okay, and that's totally fine, guys. Like I said, I don't know is an acceptable answer when you don't know the question. I've literally said it to people on my own live before. So, Article 1 of the United States Constitution lays out the job and the duties and what falls under the legislative branch of government. Article 2 outlines the executive branch of government, the jobs and duties that fall under that branch of government. And Article 3 outlines the judicial branch of government.
Okay. So, how's he violated that other than
Sure.
wanting to get people out that doesn't
Mm-hmm.
belong?
Yeah. So if you actually look at Article 1, Section 18, Clause 13, and I think it's like 5 total clauses, it might be a little bit more. Those are the Wars Powers Acts that's delegated to Congress, right? Specifically, in other laws that Congress has passed when it comes to their actions of war, is that any military action which involves a direct other country, actually, they need to be briefed. Donald Trump did not brief any member of Congress prior to going into Venezuela to capture Maduro, and during that strike we killed 80 civilians, at least 80 civilians. They're still haven't put out all the numbers yet, right? And that's like one thing that they violated about Congress, right? Tariffs is another thing, because tariffs are taxes. Even the best part was, even the Solicitor General, who was arguing the tariffs in front of the United States Supreme Court, was arguing that they were in fact taxes, right? So that's one. Those are two things, right? So that means he's overstepping the bounds of his Article 2 duties and what his limitations on his powers are. When it comes to Article 3, okay, that outlines the judicial powers. And he's required, like, the judges and justices across this country have given judicial orders to the United States government and the Trump administration, and they have blatantly ignored them. And when Donald Trump was asked on national television, do you have a duty to follow the Constitution or follow judicial orders? He said, I don't know. I'd have to ask my attorney. J.D. Vance came out and also said that Trump and his administration, they don't have to follow judicial orders, which is a violation of Article 6 of the United States Constitution, which talks about their oath of office and honoring the fact that there are 3 co-equal branches of government. So that alone is he's violating 4 out of 7 articles of the United States Constitution. That's more than half.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. How is he violating those amendments by...
It's not the amendments, they're articles. Those are 2 different things.
Okay, declaring war on a country. Okay, let me ask you this.
That's not even what I said.
We're supposed to keep on till Venezuela comes over here and...
Venezuela's not coming over here? Guys, if you're new here, be sure to hit that follow or subscribe button.
No, it ain't just them. I mean, there's other countries known to be involved with Venezuela that hates us also,
That hates us also?
That hates the United States.
Oh, I mean, they definitely don't like us after what happened in Venezuela. In fact, the government of Brazil wrote a whole op-ed about it with the New York Times. It's quite an interesting read.
I mean, quite honestly, they didn't like us before.
Okay.
So, I mean, nobody likes you when you're willing to defend yourself and what you believe in and stand for.
Okay, so if nobody likes us and they didn't like us before what we did in Venezuela, I would assume that they also didn't like us before 2025, correct?
I don't think so, no.
They didn't like us before 2025. Okay. So I guess that means that every president prior to Donald Trump was doing their job correctly, because we didn't want them to come into the country and they didn't like us beforehand. Wow, what a concept.
You said that, but what good did Joe Biden do?
Sir, I'm not pivoting to Joe Biden. I was just making a statement off of your own statement that you made. And I thought that was kind of funny that you sort of contradicted yourself right there in that moment where you're like, well, what did Joe Biden do? It's always, what about Biden? I was just making a statement because I don't know if you realize this. Who was the president between Obama and Biden?
Trump was.
Trump. So when I say that every president before him or before 2025 also did their job, and then you question me on that one, are you trying to imply that he didn't do his job in his first term?
No, I'm not implying that. I feel
Oh,
like
you're
you
not
got
implying it. Fantastic. So then my statement was accurate that presidents before him, before 2025, were absolutely doing their job in the way that they were also making other countries mad by not just allowing everybody in. Cool. Thank you.
every president inherits the previous one's
Thank you, Rock.
problems, you know.
Oh, okay.
Or that's the way I've seen it.
Yeah.
But honestly, it didn't look good 12 years ago. It didn't look good 8 years ago. But, you know, hopefully it's getting better now. As long as we keep going like we're going, I think we're going to get better. And as far as this inflation and stuff, I mean, hey, Walmart's already talking about going up on prices of groceries, and these other countries have been charging extreme tariffs on us for years
Who pays
now.
tariffs?
So why shouldn't we be able to?
That's not what I
You know,
asked. Mercy on me. Who pays tariffs?
okay, well, it wasn't really. It was a price increase. You know, I mean, almost the same thing, I guess. Just not
How many
being
sheets to
paid
the wind are you right now?
Huh?
How many sheets to the wind are you right now?
You know, my health ain't good, but I feel like we got a president in office right now.
Okay. You sound like you're
What?
inebriated, so I'm going to let you go.
Okay, well, that's fine.
Sorry. I couldn't. He sounded like he's inebriated. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah. Why aren't you in the kitchen?
Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes, I am.
How old are you?
I'm 37.
37. And are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yes, with caveats.
So what specifically has Donald Trump achieved in his first year back in office that has earned your continued support?
Well, it's not any particular achievement, but rather it is that je ne sais quoi that he brings to the office that I think...
Oh, so just your vibes?
Well, I guess if we want to bring it down to such a
Yeah,
term,
if you can't articulate any specific reason for why you still support him, what's earned your support, and it's just vibes, then I don't care about your feelings. But I do hope you have a great Monday night. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Hello.
Is this the stream?
Hi, how old are you?
Yes, how are you doing? I'm 36.
36. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yes, I do.
Okay. What specifically has Donald Trump achieved in his first year back in office that has earned your continued support?
So I would say it comes down to the border, how we got it secure. I think that's the biggest thing for me currently.
How specifically did he do that?
So what he did was he undid the laws from the last administration. And
what laws did he undo?
What laws?
Yeah, that's what you said. He undid laws from the last administration. So what laws did he undo?
No. Sorry, I apologize. He didn't undo. I wouldn't say he didn't undo the laws, but he upholded the legislative of the immigration.
Oh, he upheld the laws. So you're saying that no one else upheld their laws?
The last administration did it. They opened up the border and let a bunch of people in.
So why on earth wasn't Mayorkas impeached?
Mayorkas? He was,
Yeah.
wasn't he? Didn't he get in trouble?
No. They filed articles in impeachment, but it never passed.
Understand? Yeah, I don't know. That's a going. You know, I don't know why.
Yeah, just like they're filing articles of impeachment against Kristi Noem. I have zero expectation that it'll go through. But if you wanted to make a claim that, if the laws weren't being upheld and Congress has the final judiciary review on it, then Mayorkas would have been the one that was impeached and removed from his position, right? except he wasn't removed from his position as Department of Homeland Security Secretary.
I'll give you that one. But how about when Kamala Harris, she was supposedly the border czar?
No,
and
she
wasn't her
wasn't.
job to
Only the
watch over the
media
border?
called it. Only the
No, she
media
said
called
it.
her that.
She did say publicly that she was the border czar.
Oh, can you cite me a source where she said specifically words out of her mouth, I am the border czar?
A source itself at this point? No, of course I cannot.
Correct,
No.
because that's not true. Ssimilarly enough, how
So
Joe
what was her job
Biden,
then?
oh my goodness, Joe Biden never said that she was the border czar. I love the whataboutism. Okay. So the job that she was given was to find out the root cause of migration coming from the Northern Triangle, which she did. And we actually saw a significant decrease in individuals from Honduras, Guatemala, Venezuela at the time, reduce their attempt to come to the United States of America. So we saw a significant decrease in their numbers.
So why did all these people come in then during their administration? We need
They
decrease. That doesn't make
didn't.
sense.
They didn't. Do you know
So
what an
they-
encounter is?
So it's a lie then? So none of these people actually came in? We didn't take care of these people for 4 years. Is that what you're saying?
We took care of legal immigrants. Yes.
No, we did not. No, so that's the thing. So hold on, time out. These people coming from other countries are not legal. They're not U.S. citizens.
You don't have to
They
be
have
a
no
U.S.
citizenship.
citizen to be a legal immigrant, sir.
You don't have to what? I'm sorry, I apologize. Say that again.
A United States citizen would not be an immigrant, right? Because they were either born or they were naturalized. So when I'm saying they were legal immigrants, would not be a United States citizen and be a legal immigrant. Those are juxtaposed.
So you're saying that these people from another country like Venezuela and all that said they were seeking asylum, they were U.S. citizens?
I did not say that. Where are you getting the fact that legal immigrant equals citizen? Can you show me where legal immigrant is the same thing as a citizen?
I'm just trying to figure out why you keep saying that these people from other countries are U.S. citizens.
I didn't say that.
But why won't you admit
I said they were
if
legal
someone
immigrants.
enters a country unvetted and they're not a non-U.S.
They didn't
citizen,
enter
they are
through the country
an illegal
unvetted.
alien. They are
Sorry.
unvetted.
If
What do you
they
mean?
were encountered or like met by CBP, they went through ports of entry or went to CBP after they entered the country through a non-port of entry to claim asylum, then they were just following the laws of our country, and then they again would be legal immigrants.
So you're telling me all at one time, 10 million people are seeking asylum at one time? You don't find that a bit
Sir,
odd?
where do you get 10 million from? Like, do you know what an
All right,
encounter
rough.
is?
Okay, let's give it a rough number. Okay, let's just say
Yeah,
3 or
no,
4
I
then.
can actually give you the exact number of encounters, and then I would like you to answer me the number of times that I've asked you now. Do you know what an encounter is?
You mean when they are when a border patrol is like seeing a person or catching them? Is that what you're stating?
Oh my goodness. Okay, we're just gonna do DHS glossary encounter.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, it
Yeah,
just
we'll
sounds
go ahead
like,
and just read it
and
for
I
you.
apologize. I'm assuming you're a Democrat, correct? Is that what you are?
No,
So why are you protecting these people from another country that are non-U.S.
I'm not
citizens?
protecting anybody.
Well,
Goodness
why are
me.
you seem like you're hyping it up like you
I'm
like?
hyping it up. Oh yes, I certainly am. Oh yes, guys,
Well, you
please,
say
all
well
of
you
them,
say
all
that.
of them
Well, I'm
come.
assuming you don't like
Yeah,
Trump,
hype,
correct?
hype, hype.
Well, you're saying you don't like Trump,
I
correct?
wonder what would give you that idea.
Well, if you were with him, it seemed like to me you wouldn't be questioning everybody about this.
Oh, I mean, that's the only thing that would give you that idea?
Maybe not. I don't know. You keep on deflecting, so I don't know. You won't answer the question.
I'm just
I did ask
asking,
you.
like,
I
what would
was
give you
kindly.
that idea?
Well,
I
I'm just
wonder what
respectfully
would give
asking a
you the
question
idea that I don't like Donald Trump.
for the point of fact that you're arguing me about immigration, or we're debating
Oh,
this, right?
do you think that immigration is solely like a one-sided or partisan issue?
No, it's both sides. Don't get me wrong. I'm with you on that one. If you agree with
Oh.
it is a both.
You know what, Bertie,
well,
that's
you know
I
what, hold
like
on.
you
Let's
restating that.
backtrack.
It is very interesting that somebody would say that if you were with him, you wouldn't ask questions. That's odd.
Well, my thing
So
is,
you just
if
have
you are
blind
for,
faith.
well,
I
no,
think
I'm
that's
sorry.
really
Let me
weird.
sorry, guys.
So here, I'll give you a hint, right? So
Go ahead.
when somebody would say like, "Well, I don't think that you're in support of Trump," or like, "I know you're not there," and I ask, "Oh goodness, what would give you that idea?" It says it on my background. That's literally all you would have had to say.
on your background.
Yeah, right above the number that you called.
Yeah, well, yeah, got it. You don't support Trump. I
Got
understand
it.
that. Well,
Yeah. Ooh, goodness. That's why.
okay,
Sorry. I like
why are
to.
you such an angry? Why are you such an angry liberal though? That's
Oh,
what
is
I want to
this
know. Like,
anger? Do you know what
well, what do
anger
you guys
looks like?
want?
Do you know
Well,
me
what do you guys
personally?
want?
Do you know me
Well, what do you
personally?
guys want?
I
Well, what
guess
do you
if I
guys
knew who
want?
you guys was, I could answer this question, but I don't know who
Well,
you guys
I'll tell you
would
who I am.
be.
I'm a natural born citizen of America. My father's Puerto Rican. My mother's black. I work hard. I pay my
Okay.
taxes.
Would
I
you
got
like
two
a gold
daughters.
star?
Well, I'm just saying, you liberals are always pissed
Okay.
off, and plus you
Gold
guys hate black people.
star.
I know that. And then on top of that,
Gold
again,
star.
it's funny how Malcolm X stated,
Gold
word for
star.
word, the white
Oh,
liberal
yeah. What
you
else
see
does that
today is the
sentence
most
say?
dangerous thing on the
What else
Western
does that
Hemisphere.
statement say? Oh,
Why is
you're
why is
listening.
that true?
You're missing the other half of that sentence. Please, if you're going to try to quote Malcolm X, don't
Good.
stop
What else
after
did he
the
say?
comma. Oh no, sir, you
Please.
wanted to quote
Yeah,
it.
good.
You better finish the quote, Pookie Pie.
I did.
No, you didn't.
I finished
It was a comma, and then it
No,
continues
I
on.
finished
That
it.
wasn't a period dot.
That's what he said.
Oh no, what's the
Malcolm
rest of
X
it?
talked way
Anyways,
worse
can we
about the
actually get
Democrats
back?
versus
I'm
black
tired of
people.
your diversion at this point. Anyway, this is
Well, you said you hate
very
Trump, and I'm
annoying.
bringing up.
I
well,
didn't
you
actually
don't
say
like
I
it that
hate
the
Trump.
Democrats
Oh my
are the most
goodness.
racist. They are the problem. You
I
guys hate
didn't
God,
say
you
I
hate
hate
America.
Trump. Gosh, okay. Do you just want to hear yourself talk? Is that what it is at this point?
Well, you don't like it when black men speak.
Oh, that would be funny. That would be fucking hilarious. Did you guys hear that? That is hilarious. If you know, you know, you know. That is hilarious. I will definitely tell Paulie that after. I think he would be surprised to know. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yep, I'm here.
How old are you?
I am 25.
25. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely. Awesome. What year did you graduate high school?
I'm not going to give you that.
Okay, bye. Sorry, you have a really young voice. So thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Absolutely. She had a really high voice. I just don't trust it. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes.
Awesome. How old are you?
36.
36. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
I guess in ways.
Okay. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Hello?
Go back to the kitchen.
Oh, is that all you had to say? Joke's on you. Thank you. Thanks for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes, I am.
Awesome. How old are you?
47.
47. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
No.
No?
I am definitely not.
Well, thank you, man. I hope you have a great rest of your Monday. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
I am here. Let me pause the video.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
I'm here.
How old are you?
I'm 51. I'm 51.
And are you still supporting Donald Trump?
I kinda, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think he did really good in his first term up until COVID. And then COVID just threw a wrench in everybody's sockets. I mean, it really messed the whole world up. But then on his second term, when he came back, he was doing good, and then I thought he did bad when he did the tariffs, right? Because I was like, man, he messed up the stock market. He messed up 401ks. He did a lot of damage. But so far, throughout 2025, we started rebuilding and coming back, and, my investments started going up. So I did pretty good. And as far as like what he's done, like military wise, the Venezuela thing, like the Venezuela thing, the United States military supported law enforcement. And so law enforcement were the ones after Maduro, not the military. The military just backed them up. So I believe under international law that the United States law enforcement can actually go and get him and return him to the United States.
Wrong.
How?
Sorry. Was it police force that went to Venezuela?
You tell me.
It wasn't. It was a
Who
military
was it?
operation.
No, it wasn't. It's law enforcement. What? How are you ignoring what has been like? I don't get it. I don't get it. It's a law enforcement operation. That was said by the president. That was said by what's her face? The blonde
Just
girl.
because Caroline Levitt says something, does that make it true?
Okay. Well, just because you say something, does that make it true?
No, it's typically why I show my sources. So again, when Caroline Levitt says something, does that make it true?
What? You have to take everything anyone says to you with a grain of salt. You have to trust your own judgment. That goes with anything. If I tell you that your tire's flat on your car,
Yeah,
and you
so
say, I have a
just to be
boyfriend,
clear, it specifically violated the UN Charter prohibition on the use of force, specifically Article 2, Section 4, and violating national sovereignty.
okay,
So
first
that
off,
means
that
it
was not,
violated international law.
that's not a sovereign country. Sorry, that was a dictatorship.
Oh, I'm sorry. Does a country operating as a dictatorship mean that it's not a sovereign country?
Correct.
Oh, okay. So if I type that in Google or Ask Jeeves, DuckDuckGo, you think it's going to give me that answer?
So you trust Jeeves
Is
more than your common sense?
Venezuela
Did you see the people in
actually,
Venezuela
I have a better idea.
dancing?
What makes a country sovereign?
The United States is sovereign.
What makes a country sovereign? I don't want an example. I want an explanation on what makes a country sovereign.
The ability for democracy.
That's not true at all.
Oh my gosh. All right, go ahead. Keep going.
Yeah, the fact that it actually operates independently of other nations
Which
and
we
has
do.
its own governing body. Because to be clear, North Korea, by your standards, would not be a sovereign nation, yet they are.
Oh my God. Can you escape North Korea?
That still is sovereign. Here, I'll go ahead and explain this. A country is considered sovereign if it has defined territory, a permanent population, a functioning government, and independence from foreign control. So, Venezuela was in fact a sovereign country. Similarly enough, how North Korea is a sovereign country. Citizens' ability to go in and out of the country does not determine whether or not it's sovereign.
Okay. Well, I'm not lying. You know a lot about what you're talking about. I do not. But what I'm telling you is that when we went in and got Maduro by law enforcement, not the United States military, the people in Venezuela were dancing in the streets. They were waving American flags.
Actually, I don't know if you realize this, but those videos have been proven to actually been from
Oh, God.
2024.
All right.
And then also from Florida.
You fucking cunt.
Is that supposed to hurt my feelings? Oh, okay, bye. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
I'm with Kitchen Guy.
Huh? Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Awesome. How old are you?
I'm 55. I was born in 1970.
Okay. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
I do, honestly, yes.
What specifically has Donald Trump done in his 1 year back in office that has earned your continued support?
He's actually done quite a few things. He's allowed for the United States to be respected on the world stage, in my opinion, more.
So your opinion doesn't mean that he achieved it. Okay, next.
Well, you asked me a question, and I'm telling you. Yeah, am I not supposed to be giving you information, or?
Next.
Because, hello? Oh.
Next.
So that's weird, though, because some of the stuff you say is your opinion. Does that mean it's invalid?
What have I stated? That's my personal opinion.
because sometimes when you say certain things about certain things that he's done or topics, issues that he's dealing with,
Like what
it's
specifically?
obviously, come on, I'm not going to go back and try to backtrack it's not like I wrote it down with a list.
Then perhaps don't say
But
something that you can't back up.
this is regular conversation. What are you talking about? Do you have a record of everything I'm going to say as I'm saying it? No. But the
No,
whole
because I'm
idea
not a
is that,
mind
so you
reader,
wanted
nor have
more
I ever
things. You
claimed to
wanted,
be a mind reader. I think that would be
I
weird.
don't, just exactly, I don't read your mind either, but I'm just letting you know that. And you know what's funny? I just realized this. I came on her kindly, and I can see why you're having an issue. You are so rude to people.
I'm having an issue. What am I
Yes,
having an issue
I
with?
haven't. I just started talking, and the rudeness in the way you speak to people right now, and to me, I can see
Monotone is
exactly
rude
why you're
now?
not having. No, not monotone. I'm talking about the idea of the way you do things, and then you're like, next, you cut people off. Your opinion doesn't matter. It has to be this.
Oh, I thought
Really?
you were
Is that the way
referring
it
to the
works?
way that I was speaking to you as being rude because you started off with making a statement of, I called in here so nicely and you're just over here being rude. So
No,
I
I'm saying
didn't
if you want to
realize
have a
that being
conversation with
monotone was
people,
being rude.
no, you're being monotone and rude. It's not like because you're monotone, you can't be rude. The
Oh,
way
okay,
you do
that's the
things is
only
different.
tone that I've held with you is being monotone. So,
No, I said just because you're monotone,
so
it
what
doesn't
issue
mean
am I
you can't
having
be
though?
rude.
I would like you to iterate what issue I'm having.
So you asked about what things he's done.
No,
He's
no, you
also
hold on,
allowed.
pause. What issue am I having? I don't want to move away from this now. What
Oh
issue am
no,
I having with? Like you said, I see why you're having issues. What issues am I having?
because when I hear people calling in, I can see the way you're handling these calls and the way you're speaking to people.
That's not an issue.
And
What issue am I having?
but you can't keep people on the phone because of how rude you're being to them.
Oh, that's my choice. I don't think you understand
Yeah,
that.
I know it is.
So
I
then
get
that
that.
wouldn't be my issue. It's my choice.
It's not I
An issue
didn't
would
say it
be
was
like
your
something that's
issue.
like outwardly being pressed upon me. The fact that I
What
choose to hang up on people that aren't engaging in conversations, that's my choice. That's not an issue that I'm having.
do you want me to tell you the other things Donald Trump has done?
Oh, sorry, sir. You're the one who made this personal.
I didn't make it personal. There's nothing
You,
personal about it.
oh, so you critiquing me on my personal, like on my personal
No,
platform that I'm
nothing
on a public
personal.
space,
What you're doing
that's
right
not
now is not
personal?
personal. You're speaking to people on YouTube. That's not a personal thing. You're the one saying
I'm
it's
just
personal.
talking to you right now.
No, you're making it sound like I'm making it personal. I'm not. I simply
You
said the
did
way you're
make it
speaking to
personal.
people.
I'm sorry,
No,
would
I said the
you,
way you're
if you
speaking
walked
to
up
people.
to a random person on the street and say, I can see why you're having this issue, is that not a
You
personal
just love
statement?
arguing. You don't even want to hear information. Yeah, like
Sir,
forget about the
again,
questions you
you're
asked, I
the
guess,
one
right?
who diverted the conversation to this. So
No,
this
you
sounds
are.
like
I
it's a
simply said I
you.
will go back and answer the question, and you said no, no, no. Let's talk about
Right,
this, and
because
you
you
wanted to go off
diverted the
on it.
conversation to this line of talking, and now it makes you uncomfortable because I'm
No,
pressing
it doesn't
questions
make me
on it.
uncomfortable. It makes
It
me
sounds like you're
understand.
pressing sorry, it
I'm
sounds
not
like you're fairly
uncomfortable. What I'm saying is,
uncomfortable.
do you want to get back to the questions, or are you going
No,
to
I
keep
just would
acting like
like you
it?
to explain to me what my issue is, like, and how this
See, that's the
how
thing. You
that's
don't
not
even
a
want to get back
personal
to the questions
question.
because you want to go back and play games with
Right.
what
It
your
sounds
issue
like
is.
you're upset that I'm following your line of conversation that you brought this to.
No, you're not following my line of conversation. You just don't want to
This
hear
is
what
the
I'm
line
about
of
to say about
conversation
why
that you
Trump.
brought it to.
You
And
don't want to hear the positive things Trump does. You just want to argue everything. That's what you're doing.
oh, okay. So anyway,
Yeah, that is
so can
exactly what
you,
you're doing.
yeah, so can you effectuate what issues I have exactly? And how
I
that's not
would
a
like to go
personal
back to the
question?
questioning that you're
Can
saying.
you
You want to hang on this
explain?
because you're being.
Can you
That's what I'm saying. You want to hang
explain?
on this because you don't want to hear the truth
Oh,
about Trump.
sir, I've been
You don't
having
even.
these conversations with people for almost 2 years. You're not the first one. I just want
I don't
to
think I'm the first one.
I want you to, again,
You
I
want me to. I
sincerely
get it.
want you
But
to
the
tell
thing
me
is, you ask
how.
these questions, and I'm trying to get back to the questioning, and you want to play
Right, because
games
this
on. Well,
makes you
why'd you make it personal?
uncomfortable.
Why'd you make it personal?
No, sorry, you're the
No,
one
you
who
want to
made a
hang on to
question.
something negative, and I'm trying to go forward with
Oh,
the
okay.
conversation.
Yeah, you
Do
made
you
it
want to
personal.
have
Can you
a
explain to
conversation?
me? This is your line of conversation. Can you explain to me how asking, and I quote, I can see why you're having this issue, how that is not a personal question?
No, that's not a personal question.
How
You're
is that
talking
not a
about
personal question?
because you're on YouTube talking to people about
No,
asking
no,
general questions,
that's
and you
not what we're
won't.
talking about. You said, and I quote, "I can see why you're having this issue," end
Yes,
quote.
yes,
How is that
yes.
not a personal question exactly?
What I'm saying is that you're asking people questions,
That's,
and the way you
again,
respond.
you're not
Do you want me to
answering the
respond? Do you want me to answer,
question.
or are you going to cut me off? I am
Again,
answering
you're
your
not
question.
answering the
I am
question.
answering your question. Just let me finish for a
Again,
second.
you're not answering the question.
I am answering your
No,
question,
you're not. I'm asking you, how is that not a personal question?
and I'm explaining it to you right now, but you
Yeah.
won't want to hear it.
How is asking the question, quote, "I see why you're having this issue," end quote, not a personal question?
Do you want me to explain, or are you going to cut me off again?
Sure, if you keep it to this part of the conversation where you're talking about a personal issue.
So when you ask a person a question and they don't give you the response you want, you talk over them, you act like they're senseless, and then you want to cut
No,
them
that
off,
you're not
and you don't
answering the
want to hear.
question. Again,
That's what I'm talking about. It seems like
no,
I didn't
because
make
you're
it
not
personal. You're the
answering
one
the
trying to make it
question.
personal.
You made the
I am
statement.
answering your question. You
You
just don't
made
like
the
the answer.
statement. You
You just
made the
don't like the
statement.
answer.
Asking the question, quote, "I can see why," or making a statement, quote, "I can see why you're having this issue," end quote,
Yes.
is not
And
a personal question.
The issue is that you can't have a conversation enough about the topic.
No,
because
I'm
of the way
asking
you're
you how that
responding to
is not a
people.
personal question. Here, actually,
It's
you
not
know
a
what? We'll
personal thing.
try
You're
this
making it
instead.
personal.
We'll try this
That means
instead,
you have
actually.
snowflake.
We'll try this instead. Hey, guys in the chat, if you think that walking up to somebody, it doesn't matter who it is, if you think that walking up to somebody, doesn't matter who it is, random stranger, because that's what I am, right? I am a random stranger, correct? If you think that walking up to somebody and you're asking a random stranger or making a statement to a random stranger saying, "I can see why you're having this issue," if you think that is a personal question, put 3 in the chat. Put 3 in the chat. Wow. I'm seeing a lot of 3s. I'm seeing a lot of 3s. Sir, you had the opportunity 6 minutes ago to answer my direct question. You chose not to, right? Because you chose to make it personal, and because I pressed you upon it, because I pressed it upon you, you ended up whining. Yeah. Oh, sir, you lost the ability. I don't know if you're aware of this,
So if I
but
lost
when
the
you
ability, why haven't you
chose
hung
to
up on
make
me yet?
it
If I
personal,
lost the ability, why haven't
oh,
you
I'm
hung up on
actually
me
just
yet?
enjoying hearing you whine because you were complaining about my
I'm
monotone.
whining, and you're the one saying
Yeah,
it's personal.
I
You
think
made
I
it
hurt.
personal.
I
I'm
think
not the
I hurt
whiner.
your princess feelings, and I do
Well,
so
my princess
not
feelings, and you're
apologize for
telling me
that.
that I'm being.
Yeah, you're being very emotional and hysterical, and like everybody said 3. So thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Awesome. How old are you?
I'm 36.
36. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Well, you asked me that question earlier, and I said in some ways yes.
Oh, so then you
And
don't entirely support him, and that's why I did hang up on you earlier. Sorry. I think I asked you a follow-up question, which you did not answer. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Awesome. How old are you?
32.
32. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yes,
What year did you graduate high school?
2012.
Okay, sorry. You have a young-sounding voice. I appreciate that. All
I
right.
understand.
Fantastic. What specifically has Donald Trump achieved in his year back in office that has earned your continued support?
What has Donald Trump done to continue earning my support? Is that what
What
you said?
has
Sorry,
he
you cut off there.
achieved? What specifically has Donald Trump achieved to earn your continued support in his first year back in office?
Yeah, he was able to put it up your ass, so I think that's a pretty good accomplishment.
Oh, you're saying that he
What do you
sexually
think about
violated
that?
somebody?
Yeah, was it not you?
Oh, I'm sorry. You support sexual assault?
I'm a little confused.
I'm sorry. Are you saying you support sexual assault?
Is that what I'm saying?
That's what I'm asking you.
Do you think I support sexual assault?
Let's see. What was how did you say, like, what had Donald Trump achieved in his first year back in office for why you still support him?
His first year back in office, I believe he had sodomized you. Is that right?
Ah, okay. So you're supporting sexual assault.
Is that right?
Yes, sir.
So
So
is that not an
why do you think
accomplishment?
that
Does that not
sexual
answer your
assault
question?
funny?
Who's laughing? You asked what kind of accomplishment has Donald Trump achieved?
Oh, okay. So I'm sorry. So you're aware of this sexual assault. So that means I get to file criminal charges because, and what's your
Against
name?
Donald Trump?
What's your name?
Against
What's
against
your name?
Donald Trump?
What's your name?
Against Donald
I
Trump?
need your name for my witness list.
I didn't witness it.
Oh, then how would you know?
It was on the FBI reports.
It was on the FBI. Oh, so you're telling me that this is something that's out there and well known.
So you're telling me
So
that
do
you
you
know
like
that these
sexual
charges...
assault then? I just want to be
Is that
clear.
what I said?
So
Is that what I said?
gentleman said, right, that he still supports
because
Donald
someone's
Trump
stating
because he's
facts,
aware of Donald
just
Trump sodomizing an individual, so you like sexual assault. I'm so
but
glad that
how
men
did you
can
come to that
hear you.
conclusion?
Like, I'm so glad that women can hear you.
How
Women
how did you
definitely
come to
cover
that
their
conclusion?
drinks when you
How
walk
did you come
by.
to that?
That's men. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Awesome. How old are you?
I am 35.
35. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yeah.
What specifically has Donald Trump achieved in his first year back in office that has earned your continued support?
There's a few things. I support the border, Venezuela, the things he's doing to fight back BRICS, so the United States can have dominant control over currency.
Mm. So you support immigration, you're saying, like the deportation efforts?
Yes.
So you support Border Patrol shooting civilians and killing them in our streets?
Well, it depends what you call civilians.
I'm so
when they're
sorry. Was
after-
Alex Preddy not a United States citizen who was also a civilian that was then shot and killed by Border Patrol agents in Minneapolis, Minnesota on Saturday at about 9:04 a.m. in the morning?
A lot of people could say the same thing about the same chick that was in the military on January 6th that got shot in the face, so, right?
Oh, she was a civilian. That is true. No one was questioning if she was a civilian or not. And also, it wasn't
Everyone's
Border
a
Patrol that
civilian,
was
so that-
shot and killed her, so that wouldn't be a true statement on the lines of what I am saying. So again, when it comes to immigration, you're saying that, and you support their efforts. So you are saying that you support Border Patrol agents shooting and killing a civilian in Minneapolis, Minnesota.
I'm not supporting civilians dying at any cost.
Oh, okay. So then how on earth would you still, how on earth would you
Just like
still,
the Border
how
Patrol agent
on
that got
earth,
beat by
how
two
on
illegal
earth,
immigrants was
how
killed?
on earth, how on earth would you still support a president of the United States who has only said in regards to these issues that, quote, ICE will make mistakes, end quote. J.D. Vance, the vice president of the United States, has said that they have, quote, absolute immunity, end quote, meaning that they won't face an investigation nor prosecution for the unjust unalivement of United States citizens in the streets of Minneapolis, Minnesota. And you support the administration still, even though you know that United States citizens are being killed in our streets.
I don't support civilians. This is all word salad. Try to
It's
get you
not
caught
word
up to talk
salad. It's
something that-
actually just it's a well-phrased sentence that I'm sorry you're having a
Well, I will
difficulty
admit,
understanding.
It is a well-phrased sentence. I will give you
Which
that.
means that it's not a word salad.
True, it
Word
doesn't mean that
salad
it's not a
is
word
Donald
salad,
Trump
but you,
standing in Davos and say, "I want to make Europe go good."
you
That's
do
word
understand
salad.
that ICE agents are being attacked in the middle of the streets, all right? And then if
Oh,
you don't
how
understand
did
that, we can go back
cool?
to
How did
Venezuela.
Alex Preddy attack an ICE agent?
I don't know who that is. There's so many different people going on
Sorry, you're not aware of
about.
Alex Preddy, who was just shot and killed in our streets in the United States of America on January 24th at about 9:05
No.
a.m. in the morning?
What about Renee Good? Are you still throwing the flag up for her too?
I can go into that as well, but I'm asking you about Alex Preddy instead of
Well,
you
I'm
trying to
telling you the
divert the
same thing about Renee
conversation.
Good. You obviously don't want to go to Renee Good because there's something
No,
there
it's
that you want to
because
talk
you're
about.
attempting to divert the conversation to avoid answering a direct question. So again,
You're right. I
are
am doing
you
that because I don't know who
aware?
you're talking about. I don't know who
Okay.
that person.
Well, then I'll just hang up on you if you can't keep up with the conversation. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Awesome. How old are you?
I'm 29.
29. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
I want to say that Mary Wollstonecraft would be really proud.
I don't care. Like, if you can't answer the question, I'm just going to hang up on you guys. Guys, if you are new here and you haven't hit that follow or that subscribe button, go ahead and hit it now. I will get to the super chats in a moment that have already come through. Thank you guys for the memberships and thank you guys for the gifted memberships. Continue to like the live over on the Clock app. And guys, everything's available to help support me and keep the channel going. I do appreciate you. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Hello, I'm here.
How old are you?
29.
Date of birth, go. At least you conceded that you're not 29. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes, I am.
Awesome. How old are you?
I'm 31.
31. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yes, I do.
What specifically has Donald Trump achieved in his first 12 months back in office that has earned your continued support?
Well, I can't cite a specific bill because I've watched your show enough that I know you're going to want specific facts and details of each thing, but border and that's a big one for me. And I think the other day we touched about
It's not Naquan.
the trans topics, and I care. Of course, what happened to Alex Preddy was terrible, way worse of a situation than Renee Good for sure. But
yeah, 10 shots is definitely overkill. If at most, like, they could potentially justify the first shot only, but the rest were unjustifiable.
100% agreed. I watched the video. It's
They also
horrible.
disarmed him before a shot was even fired.
There is no dispute on that one. We can agree on that. But I've researched a lot of your stuff. Like, I can't find videos going back to, like, I don't know, how long you've been doing this show?
On the tube since I think I started up in May
Just this year.
of 25.
Or excuse me, 25, yes. Okay, so I just wondered, like, what are your thoughts then? Because I see the passion you have for Renee Good and Alex Preddy, but what do you feel about, like, the Democrats in office that didn't care about, like, Laken Riley? They didn't come out and voice their passion like you had for Alex, for instance.
Yeah. And guess what happened to the murderer of Laken Riley? He was sent to 90 years in prison. He was sentenced to 90 years in prison. So they advocated for the fact that he should be absolutely going to court, found guilty, which he was, and then be sentenced in prison to basically live out the rest of his sentencing. So that's what they advocated for, because that's the correct thing to do, because that's how our laws work. Why didn't in 2019, why didn't the Republican Party talk about Sonia Jones?
I honestly don't know who that is.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest.
How about
keep in
Molly
mind
Tibbetts? That was in
that
2018.
That name sounds familiar.
Yeah.
That one sounds familiar at least, but I won't lie. Like I started getting into politics around 2017, but really got into it about 2022.
Yeah, that sounds about accurate. So I'm gonna go back to Sonia Jones for a moment, because her story is actually a unfortunate story, is a decent example of why the Republican Party right now is just virtue signaling, right? So Sonia Jones, she was murdered in Alabama. The man who murdered her entered in 2017 under the Trump administration, claimed asylum, was denied his asylum claim, and not deported. For 2 years, he was not deported after he was denied asylum in immigration court. And because he was still here 2 years later, Sonia Jones was able to be murdered by him in Alabama under the Trump administration. And yet the Republican Party didn't do anything about it, because it occurred under Trump. He entered into the United States under Trump, denied asylum under Trump, was not deported by Trump's ICE administration, and was allowed to remain in this country and kill somebody. So why didn't we ever hear about Sonia Jones in 2019, 2020?
I honestly don't know. Because I know you said
because the
other day
Republican Party is virtue
know.
signaling about Laken Riley, because it occurred under a Democratic president.
I think
even
that
after the father of Laken Riley asked everyone to stop utilizing her name as a political point.
Yes, I think there's a difference between virtue signaling and talking point.
It is virtue signaling. Again,
I think it was used as a talking point, but yes.
No, it was virtue signaling. Hey guys, listen to me, because I know this name, and pay attention. We need to make this stance because of Laken Riley, because this happened to her. This horrible thing happened to her, right? That's literally virtue signaling. They didn't do it when Sonia Jones was murdered in Alabama in 2019 in a red state, after a man entered in under 2017, was denied asylum under the Trump administration, and not deported for 2 years after he was denied asylum.
And I think it's safe to say that was wrong as a Republican voter. So
yeah, and they didn't bring it up. So I would also like anybody that's listening to call and ask your representatives in Congress, especially your Republican representatives in Congress, ask them why they never spoke about Sonia Jones while they were an elected official. In fact, ask them to ask Donald Trump why he never spoke about Sonia Jones while he was in office in 2019 after she was murdered in Alabama, a red state. Ask why the governor of Alabama never spoke about Sonia Jones during that time. Ask why now they only care about somebody that was murdered under a Democratic president, but not about anybody that was murdered under Trump's first presidency. In fact, why don't you ask them about Molly Tibbetts, Sabrina Starr, Amanda Whitnett, Marlena Hayes, Noemi Ruiz, Sandy Bosch, Bambi Larson, Paige Lane Gomer, Sonia Jones, Caroline Cano, Debbie Burgess, Mariana Perez Borato, Ariana Fuentes Diaz, Etta Nugent, Sandra Hahir, Nabra Hassan, I'm going to mess up that one, Ryan Moody.
Okay.
These are all women that were killed by illegal, undocumented immigrants under the Trump's first administration that not a single Republican spoke about on the national stage. So the next time that I hear somebody bring up not Molly Tibbetts, but Laken Riley after her father told everybody to stop using her name as a political ploy, you better ask your fucking representatives about those individuals.
Can I give you a compliment real quick? And I know it's going to sound really weird.
What's up?
But, so I've watched a bunch of your videos recently after we talked before, and I honestly think that you would put the Democrats in Congress to shame, because you come with so much. You make me think, you make me really think about how I think of certain and look at certain things. Like, I'm being honest as a Trump supporter, that if Congress was done over the phone, you'd be pretty scary to deal with. And I'm not saying that because you're scary. I'm saying because you are knowledgeable. Like, you have the information. You don't come empty-handed. A lot of your callers, myself included, we don't have the information. We just kind of call in. But so I would like to go back to how you've been opening up the last couple of days, though, with your phone calls.
Oh, that was just a Saturday thing. If you're talking about my absolute just anger on Saturday.
No. My thing was, I did see that, but when you recently have been talking to people who say something about the border, you say, how can you support Donald Trump still over the situations like the killing of Alex Preddy? And that is a good, legitimate question. My response is, excuse me, if there was a Republican person that did this show and said, how can you still support Joe Biden? And I know you don't like it when people go back to Joe Biden, and I'm fully aware of that, but if they said, how can you still support Joe Biden after, and I'm just using Laken Riley, there's Jocelyn Nunn-Gray and other name, the mother, I can't remember her name, the mother of 6, I think, that was killed too. How can you still support that? And I think it's because people aren't perfect. I can say that about Donald Trump. I can say that about Barack Obama. We can go all the way back to George Washington. We've not had a perfect president. And for me, and this is coming from somebody that doesn't have all the knowledge, I would rather have somebody try to do good and swing and miss every time than, and it's for what I support, rather than somebody who is completely against all I believe in. And unfortunately, most today's Democrat supports everything I'm against. So that's really what it comes down to for me. But I do really enjoy hearing your take on things, though.
Yeah, so here's what I would say, and I'll reiterate it again. To be clear, I can't say that Joe Biden really had my support. I can support specific policies without supporting the individual holding the office of president, and that's exactly how it was. There is a significant difference between the individuals that you listed, the women that have been killed by immigrants, right? Is that they were killed by immigrants who broke the law. In this case, Renee Nicole Good, Alex Preddy, Kevin, God, I can't remember his last name offhand. These individuals were killed by individuals that claim to be law enforcement officers. People that are supposed to be trusted to handle guns in our streets. People that are supposed to be trusted to handle and de-escalate. Thank you, Kevin Porter. Thank you guys so much. De-escalate situations like that. Instead of seeing a Border Patrol agent walk up to a woman as she backed up to the curb to get out of the street and out of their way, push her after pepper spraying her in the face, and then proceeds to also, well, technically, Alex Preddy was pepper sprayed first, And then they pushed the lady, the bystander with the orange backpack, and then pepper sprayed her in the face, right? Or the fact that Officer Ross, the gentleman who killed Renee Nicole Good, violated Department of Justice and Department of Homeland Security's own policies with not placing themselves in front of or behind a vehicle that is not parked and off, right? They're not supposed to go in front of nor behind a vehicle that is on and running with somebody inside.
I've heard you have multiple conversations about, is it a two-way street or a one-way street?
It's a one-way street.
I'm definitely, so yes. I think that particular one is up for debate. And, I'm just saying that, but
only the
Alex
first shot
Preddy
can be argued as potentially justifiable because he could have presented a slightly reasonable fear of his life as a vehicle was moving forward towards him. The next two shots that were going through her driver's side open window are no longer justified because the danger is gone. And according to a Supreme Court ruling in May of 2025, you have to look at the totality of the circumstances, not just the moment itself. And the totality of the circumstances where his life was not in grave danger, use of deadly force should not have been used. We also have other Supreme Court case law that also explains how his alternative to utilizing his gun should have been stepping out of the way of the vehicle. Deadly force is always the last use of action. And then when we look at Alex Preddy and we see that he was disarmed prior to the first shot going off, even if somebody could argue that it was the gun that was taken from him that went off, which again, that's not what it looks like, right?
Oh, yeah.
There was 10 shots fired, which is blatant
overkill
overkill and no longer justified. And it wasn't just one officer. I believe there were at least 2 officers shot their weapons.
Yeah, I'm not 100% about that because I've only seen it twice, but that particular thing, when you do ask about how can you support a president, that I totally get where you're coming from. Like, there's no disputing that you should be asking your congressman about this sort of thing. My particular one is actually Jim Jordan, so that would be who I would go to in that matter.
Okay. Well, listen, do you still have the screen on in the background?
No, I don't.
Okay. I want you to pull it up for a second. I'm going to play a video. Unfortunately, you won't be able to hear it, but I want you to see it.
You mean while I'm on the phone with you?
I mean, it doesn't require sound. I think you should still be able to pull up TikTok while on the phone, or not TikTok, YouTube while you're still on the phone.
Let me try that real quick.
Yeah. Let me know if you can. I think you can. You don't need the sound because even actually, I'm not going to play the sound just in case.
Hold on. Yeah.
This is a different angle. Not everybody has seen this.
You want me to go to, okay, I have YouTube up, so I'm going to go to your.
Correct.
Okay. You have a Zoe Dutch thing going on, by the way. Just weird compliment.
Zoe Deschanel?
No, not Deschanel. Zoe Dutch.
Don't know who that is.
Deutch.
Oh, I'll have to look her up. Okay.
If you see her, you know who I'm talking about.
Okay. Well, this is from the angle of the vehicle that was parked that they killed Alex Preddy right in front of. Again, I don't have the sound going because I don't.
Well, I'm at your page, but I can't find it.
Oh. Well,
Yeah,
you can
so-
go back and watch later, but you can see how they subdued him. They have him on the ground. They're searching. That's about when the guy in the gray grabs his gun.
And there's what, like 7 of them, too?
Oh, there's 9. That's the
9,
crazy part.
yeah.
There's 9, and then there are the shots.
Well, that's what I mean, though, like, about you can debate Renee Good. This is completely unacceptable, that if there was a reason to be in the streets like that, I think this one there's no disputing it. I agree 100%. But this does kind of come back to, I mean, if ICE is so dangerous, though, as a supporter of law enforcement, why would people really want to put themselves in harm's way for that to happen? And I get where the passion's at, because you show it and, you know, exemplify that pretty well.
How?
But
Because that's by us not speaking out. Sorry. The last time people didn't speak out against a government or a governing body or an agency that's doing blatant wrong, that's when we see dictators like Maduro take over Venezuela. That's when we see places like China trying to take over other countries. That's what we saw in 1930s Germany, is that the citizen population of Germany did not speak out against the government in their actions when they were going after civilians, when they were burning books in the middle of the street, when they were burning down a transgender or a sex reassignment place. I don't know what the technical name was for it at the time, but they did perform one in 1933. Very interesting stuff. Anyway, when they burned down that facility, nobody spoke up. And it allowed these places, these governments, to take hold, and people lose their empathy.
Well, I am all for people using their right to protest, but that, I mean, you can't
Also,
deny, though,
you would
that
also have to say
there's
that
bad
Martin
going
Luther
on both
King
sides
should have
as
never
well.
marched in our streets. Women's suffrage never should have occurred, or fighting for the 19th Amendment of the United States Constitution, where it gives women the right to vote. Slaves never should have stepped up and stood out and spoke out about the fact that they were being treated as less than human.
Well, the women's suffrage part, yeah, they definitely should have been out there, but it wasn't just slaves that got slavery ended, though.
No, it wasn't. I agree.
Yeah.
We fought a war over it.
Well, this
But
was
I'm
even
just saying.
Yeah, this was going back to even the founding of the, you know, the country, because most of the country actually disagreed with slavery, but to unite the South that was pro-slavery, they had to kind of
They didn't have a
compromise
South
with
at the start of the country.
No, I'm referring to the southern states, like the southern colonies. At the end of the Revolutionary War, most of those colonies in the South supported slavery, and in order to unite the colonies into one nation,
Do you know
they had
what
to
George
compromise.
Washington's teeth were made out of?
What was made out of? I'm sorry.
George Washington, he lost all of his teeth and he had dentures, or a different form of dentures at the time. Do you know what his dentures were made out of?
Well, I remember they said it was wood, but I don't think it was actually wood.
It
Right?
wasn't.
No, I don't know what it was then.
Yeah, it was slave teeth.
Oh gosh, I'm not laughing like it's funny. That's weird. Yeah. Well, I just know that, because I'm not super duper smart as far as like
Yeah. No, it's just
you
it's
retain
just a
information
silly
really well.
argument, in my
So
opinion, to say that somehow that the founding fathers or the colonies weren't in support of some level or form of slavery when George Washington, and my partner just informed me of the rest of this, had teeth, like had dentures made of slave teeth. Also apparently some whale stuff and lead. And he literally was poisoning himself with them. Random tidbit of knowledge. It's like little trivia. They did, sir. That's why it's not just about the southern colonies. They did support slavery at that time. Even to be very clear, Abraham Lincoln's wife had slaves.
Well, and there is a misconception that people believe that Abraham Lincoln immediately wanted to end slavery at the start of the war. He didn't, and a lot of people hail him as the best president for that reason. And as a Republican, I can tell you that's not what he did.
No, they
So,
just made slavery illegal in a different fashion. That's all the 13th Amendment did. But see, that's my point. When people when they say something like, why would you speak out against the actions that are occurring across our country and not just sit back and stay silent? Well, then we would never progress as a country. We literally would have never progressed to the country that we are today. We wouldn't have seen, like, segregation would probably be in full force still. And I mean full force, because segregation isn't even ended.
but wouldn't you agree that speaking out is different from, following people around and harassing them, though?
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know if you realize this or not, but ICE and Border Patrol agents are literally given a part of their training that protesters are allowed to yell at them, call them slurs, and say whatever they want as long as they are not actually physically attacking them.
Which
Because
is why
that's the First Amendment.
So that sounds like a good training thing. I will not come back and say if that's true, because I know what happens when I say that. So I believe you. I think that's a great training practice, and that's why you actually see, for the most part, a lot of them handle it pretty well. And unfortunately for Alex Preddy, those
No,
guys.
they don't. We have video evidence of in Chicago where, because someone in a frog costume was dancing along to music and just thrusting their hips towards the ICE officers. An ICE officer went to his only entry of oxygen into his suit and put sprayed pepper spray into his suit. The guy could have died because he didn't have oxygen anymore. It was literally just pepper spray. It was literally a gas. They're not. This is happening everywhere.
I imagine you have a significant number of examples to point out, but I would still argue that there's more good than bad, and that's where I can come in and say But I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You can say that, but I'm sorry. The good does not outweigh the bad. The good does not outweigh civilians dying at the hands of what are supposed to be law enforcement officers that are supposed to be Leos, federal Leos.
I think you could make the argument, as someone that doesn't support Trump, that the bad or the good in ICE doesn't outweigh the bad in his administration, how it's dealing with things. I think you could make that argument, but as far as ICE itself, I feel like there's more good getting done in it than bad, but you can do better because civilian lives should not be lost at all.
Are we going to deport white American citizens?
White American citizens?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. I assume, and I don't. What is your race?
I'm Caucasian. I'm white.
Okay. You, as a white man, is 60 times more likely to commit any crime than any undocumented immigrant in the country. Men specifically, out of the reported sexual assaults, and this includes rape, 98% of sexual assault cases are committed by men, regardless of immigration status. So when I ask you, are we going to deport white men or white people that are citizens? That's because the real problem is staring you in the mirror when you look at it. I'm not saying you personally, but people that look like you.
So if you go back to the example of Laken Riley, the number one thing was it was 100% preventable, because had he not been here, that wouldn't have happened. So,
and guess what?
You can't deport.
Sonia Jones also would have been preventable if Donald Trump had actually done their job if ICE and Border Patrol had done their job in 2018 when he was denied asylum, after he entered into the country through a non-port of entry in 2017, she would still be alive. Sandra here would still be alive. Nabra Hassan, Ryan Moody, Dixa Rios, Needy Roche, Ann Farron. I can go through all of this. They would still be alive if Donald Trump had actually done his job in the first term.
I'm going to ask you a question, if that's okay. It relates to this topic of immigration. So in the first term, there was an issue with the separation of children from the parents that were here illegally, and it was big backlash from the opposition. And now at the beginning of 2025, there was a move, an executive order to try and deny those, child right citizenship for those born to an illegal. So my question is it better to separate them like they did in the first administration, or is it better to keep them all together in one unit as a family? I mean, how can we fix that? How can we do this better to where
you do what we always do? You set the mother on a pathway to citizenship. This doesn't require deportation. It's quite simple. You literally do what we have always done, which is set the mother on a pathway to citizenship. One parent has always been able to be deported, just so everybody's aware, as long as one parent is left here or a guardian. You don't have to deport a United States citizen.
So this is a United States citizen, not someone that crossed the border illegally. That's what you're saying?
The person that is born is a on our soil is a United States citizen.
Mm-hmm.
You set the mother on a pathway to citizenship, just as we have always done.
Well, I mean, I think that if she came over here illegally and she had a child here, there are ways to deal with it. But
set her on a pathway to citizenship.
Yeah. Well, I know you like numbers and statistics, and you like to have everything in front of you. So yeah, you do not like anecdotes. I know this. So no, you don't like it when people say, well, these 10 plus million or however many millions come over illegally. So do you support ICE getting rid of the bad eggs then?
I support them deporting criminals, like people that have been convicted of crimes. Especially if they've been convicted of a violent crime, after they serve their sentence, they get yeeted out of this country, as has always been the policy.
Well, okay, so I've seen enough videos, and I can't cite a source other than just watching one on YouTube or whatever, but I've seen plenty of videos of ICE going after like a child rapist or something like that, and people are harassing them at that stop. Like, I'm all for
because
people
random
protesting
citizens that are out there to protest are supposed to know what somebody has done, right? They just see someone chasing down. Like, you are aware that off-duty sheriffs in Minneapolis have actually been racially profiled. Like, off-duty sheriff deputies have been racially profiled by the ICE and Border Patrol agents that are in Minneapolis, Minnesota.
This is news to me.
Yeah, perhaps you should look it up. Like, they're legitimately just racially profiling anybody. They're not going after specific targets. They're telling you afterwards that they're going after specific targets to try to, and a correction officer as well, to try to make this all okay for individuals such as yourself to rationalize what's occurring. So, for example, the man that Caroline Leavitt claimed escaped because of Alex Preddy getting involved has no criminal record anywhere in Minneapolis, Minnesota. And yet Yet, the administration claims that he was this violent, illegal criminal that has sexual assault cases against him in Minneapolis, Minnesota. He has none.
You said this was Alex Preddy?
No, not Alex Preddy. I'm saying
Oh, I'm sorry. Who
that
did you say that about?
Kristi Noem and Caroline Levitt tried to claim that they lost track of a sexual assault illegal criminal alien, as they like to say it, right? That this gentleman, I can't remember his name offhand, I looked it up earlier today, that they lost track of him because Alex Preddy and them dealing with him. Right? Which, don't let somebody that's standing in the street that waved you on to drive by him and then moved out of the way before you stepped out of your vehicle stop you from chasing somebody that you claim is a violent sexual assaulter. Right? You don't let that stop you if that's really true because he moved the fuck out of the way. Right? So, but he has no criminal record anywhere in Minnesota's corrective system. Nothing. Nowhere. So they're straight up lying.
So I think it's safe to assume that you believe that this last year has been a complete shit show, right?
Yeah, majority for the most part. Probably 98% of it has been.
Because I heard you did agree with someone about the no tax on tips stuff.
Oh,
so,
absolutely.
Yeah, there's
no tax on tips is great. It will make somebody look like they made less money, which will reduce their ability to, let's say, purchase a home or get a credit card. No tax on overtime, which is really just, again, like a tax deduction at the end. That's great too. The elder tax credit, also great thing. The no tax on interest on new vehicles, by the way, it had to be a brand new vehicle, couldn't be used. Not new to you, just it had to be a new vehicle. That's cool too, right?
Yes.
Those are cool things that help people out. But no, somebody getting more money in their pocket at the end of tax season while they're also paying more because of tariffs on everyday products and goods. And inflation is certainly up because, again, there's 18 data points missing out of 21 provided data points.
Yeah.
On
so
the CPI data for 2 months? Yeah.
Would you then that you'd consider the first Trump administration a major success compared to this first year?
No.
Okay, so that's
Are you kidding me? Again, Donald Trump did tariffs in his first term. I would say the USMCA was a good deal. He pushed Harley Davidson to stop some of the majority of their manufacturing within the United States of America because of his tariffs. John Deere pulling their manufacturing out of the United States of America because of tariffs. He only did a couple of things right, and more than a couple because it's more than two. He did a few things right? So the TCJA, good start. Executed poorly because people still saw an increase of their taxes after the first couple years because everybody blamed Joe Biden, but Joe Biden didn't put in any tax policy that affected the lower middle class, but yet everybody blamed him regardless because of the way that the TCJA was written, right? Making animal cruelty a felony, great thing. His right to choose or right to try act, also great. Right? Operation Warp Speed was a great attempt, and then he fucked it up when he told people not to get it.
So that whole situation is so.
Yeah, I don't talk about it because it's just dumb.
Well, I'm saying you could blame Donald Trump for everything with COVID, and you could also blame Joe Biden. No, I'm not saying you. If anybody said, well, if it wasn't for Biden or if it wasn't for Trump, there's an argument to be made for either one. But I do recall that there was a state of emergency declared back in, I think it was late January of that year, and there were
March of 2020.
I'm sorry, you said March?
March of 2020 was a state of emergency.
Then it was, I'm sorry, at the end of, I think it was during January, though, that there was
January 9th was our first recorded case in California.
and there was an attempt at him that he had made to make people aware of the situation, and there was Nancy Pelosi and everybody in the streets of, I think it was San Francisco. Who cares what he says? And they're dancing the night away. And then months later, then it looks like he doesn't care. So
yeah, that's definitely not true. You would definitely need to prove that, and that's definitely not true. Donald Trump literally said when he shut down the country in the middle of March 2020, he said that it would be over by Easter. It would be gone in 2 weeks. It wasn't.
I don't have the information with me at this moment, but if I call next, like another time, I will do what I can to get that for you.
Sure. Not a problem. Well, man, I did stay over to continue this conversation with you. Oh, wow, by quite a bit. So I am going to go ahead and end. Oh, no, you're fine. I'm going to let you know I'm going to end the call, and we'll be back online tomorrow.
Is it okay if I say one more thing before you go?
What's up?
I called the other day and we had a conversation about the topic of trans, and I kind of got the business about it, but I appreciate that we could have this dialogue and keep it very civil. So I thank you for that.
Not a problem. You have a good night.
Thank you, you too. Don't forget to look up Zoe Dutch too.
Okay.
Yep. All right. Bye.
All right, everybody. So I appreciate everybody for being here. If you haven't hit that follow or subscribe button, go ahead and hit it now. I am going to go ahead and call it quits for the night. I'm a little bit over my time, and I said I was ending. Don't call. Thank you. Let me read through these real quick. If you're still here, I hope you are. Phantom, Trump stood at the border and turned them away himself. Geez, what a hero. The sarcasm. I love that. Thank you so much. Excaliburs, thank you for the jewels. Pure stupidity. Yes, Scott, that was. Can .gov really be trusted? Is it possible for Trump to alter the information on the .gov sites? I do not want to go down that. So, because then we could never believe it under any administration, and I don't want to have that thought process. Pio, you're the last person I'd want to go against as far as statistics go. I think someone else agrees with that one. Also currently in an applied data science certificate program, partly inspired by you. Oh, well, that's awesome. I hope you do well. Thank you. Does anyone know if Trump wears Attends or Depends? It depends on which one he can spell. No problem, Moose. Which one? Thank you for the jewels for the 6-7. Remember, Trump once said people ignored C-19 and died to inject bleach to stop it. MAGA should do that if they support what he said. I don't like him for his lies on illegals using ITIN to vote. Firsthand, not true. Yeah, that's true. Thank you. Appy, thank you. This European is amazed how low IQ, ignorant, and uninformed Trump cultists are. That's also a true statement sometimes. Not all of them, but plenty of them are. Keep using that mute button in these callers. I tried. Hail Satan. I hate Trump just saying. Well, I appreciate you, Scott. 3s in a Twitch. Thank you, Lainey. Thank you for the jewels. All the jewels. Cup of Joe. Thank you for the 6-7. Thank you for the jewels, all the ones. Jewels, bits. Sorry, guys. 6-7. And there we go. Okay, we've got through everybody. I want to thank all of you guys for being here again. You guys have a great rest of your night. And yeah,